You are listening to KSG Podcast. This is a short, crisp, concise, exam oriented, edited editorial for civil services aspirants. In this podcast, we are going to talk about space tourism and global warming. The source for the content is Elos Marai's article for the Deccan Herald. The commercial race to get tourists to space is heating up between Virgin Group founder Sir Richard Branson and former Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. On 11th of July 2021, Branson ascended 80 kilometers to reach the edge of space in his piloted Virgin Galactic VSS Unity space plane. Bezos' autonomous Blue Origin rocket was launched on 20th of July 2021, coinciding with the anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing. The launch demonstrated their offering to very wealthy tourists the opportunity to truly reach outer space. Both tour packages will provide passengers with a brief 10-minute frolic in zero gravity and glimpses of Earth from space. Not to be outdone, Elon Musk's SpaceX will provide 4 to 5 days of orbital travel with its Crew Dragon capsule later in 2021. The Blue Engine 3, that is BE3, used liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen propellants. VSS Unity used a hybrid propellant comprised of a solid carbon-based fuel, hydroxyl terminated polybutadiene, and a liquid oxidant nitrous oxide, that is laughing gas. The SpaceX Falcon series of reusable rockets will propel the Crew Dragon into orbit using liquid kerosene and liquid oxygen. Burning these propellants provides the energy needed to launch rockets into space while also generating greenhouse gases and air pollutants. Large quantities of water vapor are produced by burning the BE3 propellant, while combustion of both the VSS Unity and Falcon fuels produces CO2, soot, and some water vapor. The nitrogen-based oxidant used by VSS Unity also generates nitrogen oxides, compounds that contribute to air pollution closer to Earth. Roughly two-thirds of the propellant exhaust is released into the stratosphere, that is 12 kilometers to 50 kilometers, and mesosphere, that is 50 kilometers to 85 kilometers, where it can persist for at least 2 to 3 years. The very high temperatures during launch and re-entry also convert stable nitrogen in the air into reactive nitrogen oxides. These gases and particles have many negative effects on the atmosphere. In the stratosphere, nitrogen oxides and chemicals formed from the breakdown of water vapor convert ozone into oxygen, depleting the ozone layer, which guards life on Earth against harmful UV radiation. Water vapor also produces stratospheric clouds that provide a surface for this reaction to occur at a faster pace than it otherwise would. Now let's talk about space tourism and the climate change. Exhaust emissions of CO2 and soot trap heat in the atmosphere, contributing to global warming. Cooling of the atmosphere can also occur as clouds formed from the emitted water vapor reflect incoming sunlight back to space. A depleted ozone layer would also absorb less incoming sunlight and so heat the stratosphere less. Figuring out the overall effect of rocket launches on the atmosphere will require detailed modeling in order to account for these complex processes and the persistence of these pollutants in the upper atmosphere. Equally important is a clear understanding of how the space tourism industry will develop. Virgin Galactic anticipates it will offer 400 space flights each year to the privileged few who can afford them. Blue Origin and SpaceX have yet to announce their plans. But globally, rocket launches wouldn't need to increase by much from the current 100 or so performed each year to induce harmful effects that are competitive with other sources like ozone depleting chlorofluorocarbons and CO2 from aircraft. During launch, rockets can emit between 4 and 10 times more nitrogen oxides than Drax, the largest thermal power plant in the UK, over the same period. CO2 emissions for the 4 or so tourists on a space flight will be between 50 and 100 times more than the 1 to 3 tons per passenger on a long-haul flight. In order for international regulators to keep up with the nascent industry and control its pollution properly, scientists need a better understanding of the effect these billionaire astronauts will have on a planet's atmosphere. That's it for this podcast. Thank you so much for listening. To join KSJ India courses and to crack the IELTS exam, visit ksjindia.com. You can also get a PDF of this podcast on ksjindia.com. Thanks for listening.